good. Beer is good. Beer is good. Let's go drink some beer.
Wood Stout. Drinking Wood Stout.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Here on 93.7 KZ
Oh,
and the
Tommy.
Craft Beer Buzz. It's Tommy T with
Misty. Misty.
And Chuckerdoo.
because he's digging the Woot Stout.
I am.
Here's the thing. You guys don't know. Tommy enjoyed the box so much that he actually cut out the design on the
Oh,
Woot
the beer
Stout.
box.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Tommy loves
Yeah.
the box, the beer box, the Woot Stout
Yes,
box.
the Woot Stout box.
And so it is becoming part of the decor in the KZ studio.
Yes.
We're going to line up all the boxes of beer that we like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And we just mentioned during our last segment a way that you can win a box of beer.
That's
Yes, a
right.
beer.
Yes, sort of a box of beer. Not just one box with like a hole in it that beer comes out of, but a box with cans of beer in it.
It's a hole in a
Those do
box.
exist, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a box with 6 cans of
Yes.
Mountain Standard.
Yes.
Our previous segment, we were talking about what kind of bar, if we could open any bar we wanted, what would you do, and what would your weird niche idea be?
Yes.
I said wiener dog races. I think that's a great idea. You guys
Say,
laughed at me.
yep, horror-themed pop-up
Yeah.
bars, yep. And Tommy liked that whole survivalist, if you can,
Yeah,
if you can
or
live,
music.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
music. I like
survive
those.
the bar.
Or
you
we
can
could
be-
recreate the KZ studio.
So basically,
yeah,
it's a
that's
bar.
what we're all
It's what we're in right now.
Yeah. I mean, you only got room for like 4 or 5 people, but,
My
Totally.
kind of bar.
We're going to have to scrape the mushrooms off the wall first. But
and I'll call it Cheers.
there's some legalities there.
Oh, okay, all right.
But if you go on to KZ Facebook, go on to the Craft Beer Buzz Facebook page, let us know what your unique bar idea would be. And whatever we think our favorite one is, you're going to win a 6-pack or a box of beer from Odell Brewing Company featuring their Mountain Standard, which just won a silver medal at the Great American Beer Festival this last weekend.
And I would serve this beer in my bar.
You're doing it right now.
Yeah. Look at me.
He's like,
In the KZ bar. All right, that being said, the Great American Beer Festival was last weekend. That's where thousands of beers from across the country are judged and then awarded.
Drank by.
And drank. And so I had last week a brewery out of Wellington, Colorado. They're technically not out of Wellington. They're between Wellington and Fort Collins. It's a farm. And they produce farm-to-beer style beverages. They do seltzer.
Yeah.
And they do beer. And I thought that was a really interesting concept, and they delivered some samples. I have not tried these yet. So we're going to try them together, and we are going to be our own great American beer judges.
Yes.
well,
right
you're
now.
my friend.
The
Chuck.
decision of the judges will be final. Or, well,
Ish.
ish.
Well, as final as the KZ bar is.
the
but
decisions of the judges will be,
What the?
so
Yes.
this one,
that's a big beer.
oh yeah, so I brought one beer for the 3 of us, but it is about 32 ounces worth of beer. This
What is on there?
This is Soul Squared Brewing Company.
I like it.
Colorodo's original farm-built beer. It has, I don't know if this is a dead goat. What is
Not
it?
even really caring. He just, you know how the goats pretend to be when they get scared.
It's a
yes.
fainting goat.
Yes, a fainting
Yes.
goat. Okay, that's
Okay,
right.
I
Yes,
think
yes,
it's a
so-
fainting goat on
okay.
the front.
Rocky Mountain Haze.
Rocky Mountain
Goats. Okay,
Haze.
maybe.
Yeah, so 6.5% alcohol. And so let's dig into this mofo and see what we think of it. I'll just pass it around to you guys. You can
Oh, excellent.
Rim, would you?
So, and this would be good. So, Mountain Standard isn't a hazy. Ooh, that's going to foam up. That's probably good right there. I'd let that settle there for a second, Tommy.
Okay.
Tommy almost overflowed his rim. Ugh. But the Mountain Standard's not really a hazy, but
No.
it still pours kind of hazy. It's still juicy. Hazy IPAs. This is certainly hazy. You can't
It's
see
very,
through
very
it.
hazy.
Yeah, it pours kind of a light orangish color. It has some.
It's not as
Not as
juicy.
aromatic as
Yeah.
the one before.
No,
Right.
yeah,
Mountain Standard.
yeah. Mountain Standard is screaming with aromatics. Yeah, it's not as aromatic.
1 quart. That's how big this can is.
Next, I'll bring out a liter of cola.
Have some shenanigans.
That's pretty
Soul
good.
Squared Brewing.
Yeah.
This is a nice. This beer is like it has a it's a thick beer. Like it has a heavy profile. Like
Yeah,
it's
it is.
heavy.
It's a full body
full.
to
Okay,
it.
I'm like thick.
Yeah.
It's thick. How do you say that?
So,
It is
so
full.
thick.
It's very full.
Yeah, you know what? I like it.
Yeah.
It's
I do too.
Yeah, it's not as aromatic as the Mountain Standard, but the flavor is really good. I mean, it is nice and full-bodied. It's a little citrusy, a little juicy. I dig it.
But not as citrusy and juicy as the Mountain Standard, I would say.
So
No.
But still a very easy drinking beer.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Beautiful.
I like this.
The Mountain Standard, I was like drinking and thinking, oh, I could put some lemonade or some orange juice or like some grapefruit juice and it'd be perfect. This I'm drinking and I'm like, it's very full bodied. I can't really think of anything that I would want to put in with it. I just want to drink it like this. Like
Yeah.
this. You know,
Perfect.
it's so nice. And there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there really is. And and this has Mountain Standard, I think, finishes a little cleaner. And what I mean by that is this has more of that, almost like, it's not gritty, but it has like that hop grit like on the back of your
My
throat.
mouth was watering when I was trying to talk after
Totally,
drinking.
yeah.
I was like,
It
"Oh."
has that hop
Yeah.
tingle.
Yeah, and you don't get that with the Mountain Standard.
Yeah, not nearly as much.
But that's an Indian Pale Ale. This is a hazy.
Well,
Or what
these are
is it?
both IPAs.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, hold on. But this is a hazy IPA, and that's a. What did it win?
This is just technically it won a silver medal for Australian Pale Ales.
Australian Pale Ale. Okay.
But
So that's the difference. A Pale Ale IPA versus like a hazy IPA. Like there's two different
the
types
styles,
of IPAs.
the styles are changing so much, and they keep crossing boundaries, especially in the IPA world. And I think, like when you think of Hubert from Melvin, that's a pale ale, but man, it's really not. It is just, it's hoppy. It's a little higher in alcohol. It could fall into the pale ale category, but man, it is a strong pale ale.
And that just comes with the brewing and the ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, and a pale ale, like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is hovering around 30 IBUs.
Okay.
Hubert's, I think, at like
100.
no, not that high, but it's like 45 to
Yeah.
50-ish IBUs. And it's going to be, a pale ale is going to be around 5.5% alcohol. IPAs are going to be more around 6% alcohol. So this one here, the Rocky Mountain Haze, is at 6.5%. It definitely has hop tingle to it, but it drinks clean.
Yeah.
It's and like not tainted or not. This is a good beer.
Yeah, it doesn't taint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean by not tainted. It's nice and clean. I don't know what to say about it. The can's cute and it tastes good. I like it.
Yeah, and they say, so on the side of the can it says, Soul Squared is a farm-based brewery in northern Colorado. Our focus is distinct, high-quality, small batch beer. And from what it sounds like from the brewery, their tap room is in Wellington, and it sounds like they just have stuff constantly rotating there. But
Nice.
Okay.
this is good. I dig it.
So if you can get down there before all the bad weather hits, there you go.
Man, tomorrow's looking out. Woo! I mean, tomorrow, like hours from now,
I know.
it'll be snowing, which is just insane to me. But
All right, well, we've got the third round of the Craft
think
Beer
so.
Buzz, our Carnage round coming up with more beer.
yep.
And it's going to be another beer that we're going to be sampling for the first time, all three of us.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
I'm excited. This is nice. I like this brewery.
Yep.
I like what they're about.
I do too.
It's cute.
Well, and I'm looking forward to learning more about them too. The concept of farm to brewery. There's like farm to table restaurants.
Yeah.
I like the
Yes.
farm to brewery. So
like that.
Oh,
yeah,
why
let's
not?
talk about these guys more in segment 3.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
All right, it's coming up. Craft Beer Buzz, 937 KZ.
Thanks, Peppermill.
Thanks, Peppermill.